This is Councilwoman Katrina Baskin from the beautiful city of Miami Gardens, and I'm so happy to introduce to you all the Save the Arts Initiative. I was recently informed of the $32 million budget cut to the performing arts industry, and I had to do something about it. With that being said, came the birth of Broadway in the Gardens. I'm so happy to have with me here today Peter London from the Peter London Global Dance Company. How are you today, Peter?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. I'm so happy you're able to come. So Peter is providing all of the dance performances for Broadway in the Gardens. Now, if you have not heard anything about Broadway in the Gardens, it is a show encompassing all of the acts of theater that you could think about, from singing to dancing to spoken word artists. We even have some R&B and hip hop little treats in there for you as well. So you all are definitely in for a treat. But Peter London here, one of the world's most renowned dance companies. Tell us a little bit about your dance company, Peter London.
My dance company started 13 years ago. As I was teaching at the University of the Arts, I would go out of the school and teach at the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center in South Miami. And eventually the kids, as they start growing up, they said, we want a dance company along the lines of Alvin Ailey and Martha Graham. And I said, that would take a lot of money to do something like that. So it took about 10 years before I finally decided to do it, because they were coming home, they were not growing up, they would dance with Alvin Ailey and Martha Graham and different companies. And so now they're like, no, we really need to have this company, something like that. So I decided to start it for them.
Yeah, but your dance history goes far beyond that. Like, how old were you when you started dancing yourself?
I started dancing by playing around in the traditional dance centers in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
It was Yoruba. The people from Yoruba, Nigeria, the Orisha, and so on and so forth. I was 6 years old.
Wow.
And then eventually started doing more secular dances around 12. And finally ended up studying at the Juilliard School, graduating there, studying with Alvin Ailey. Alvin Ailey gave me a full scholarship whilst I was at Juilliard when he was there studying one of his pieces. So I studied with Alvin Ailey at the school, not him directly, but at the school, at the Ailey School in New York.
Okay.
And then went off to dance with the Martha Graham Dance Company and the Jose Limon Dance Company. And then here in Miami, I came in and started teaching at New Old School of the Arts.
Wow, so you have a very extensive background. And that's interesting because in the African American community, that is where we have an introduction to whether it's music or dance, right? Playing around with our older family members or just hearing music and dancing. And before we know it, we find it's something that we're very talented with and we want to learn more. So you had that experience, and how beautiful it is that from your experience, you curated this experience to other youth as well, through our School of the Arts and even through your dance company. So let me ask you, Peter, do you know why I chose you for Broadway in the Gardens? Because in Miami, we know this is the melting pot of all things great. There's food, music, dancing, anything you can imagine. So there are a lot of other dance companies in Miami, but do you know why I chose you? Not quite. Peter London is the epitome of excellence when it comes to dance. He has this show, an annual show that he does in December at the Adrian Arts Center. And that show is attended by locals as well as tourists. So I got a chance to go to his show in December, and it was just an experience. That's all I can say, just an experience. From all types of dance, from the Caribbean to Latino dances, it was amazing. So I chose you because you represent excellence, and I think I represent excellence too.
Definitely depends about it. And that's why I'm so happy to agree and to be part of what you're doing, because I think what you're doing is vital. It's critical in the time we're in, especially now. And so thank you very much for stepping up and doing this for the community, and especially the young people in our community.
Absolutely.
We need that vision.
Absolutely. And being the council member for the beautiful city of Miami Gardens, which is the largest Black city in South Florida, I thought it not robbery. We have to make sure that we provide these experiences, that we give this exposure to our upcoming generation. If we don't do it, who will? If we don't provide the opportunities, who will. If you need to tell our history, who will. It reminds me of a conversation that I had with a friend of mine who is her parents born and raised in Haiti, and they migrated to Miami, and she does not speak any Creole, and so her aunt is very frustrated by that. And she tells her, you're not carrying our heritage. That's part of our legacy, our tradition. You have to learn the language. And I, as her friend, I'm trying to encourage her. You need to learn. And she can understand it, but she can't speak it. And to me, that's very important. We have to embrace, and we have to, just really hold on to that so that we can carry it on for the generations to come. So I'm so happy to have you providing all the dances. Tell us a little bit about your performance that you have coming for Broadway in the Gardens.
The performances we start one of the works we'll be collaborating with Angel Refusee, a gospel, African American gospel. And I think it's a perfect setup for where we are right now, the challenges that we are facing and will be facing.
Yeah.
To remind us that we have seen this before and we have survived it. And so our survival memory, it's in our blood memory, as Alvin Ailey would say, blood memory. And so we need to reach back and draw from what our ancestors did, the songs they created, the dances, the traditions that they developed during their struggles. And that one of those spiritual songs inspire people. And so Angel Refusee singing that song, I created a dance for that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we're looking forward, we hope that the audience will be inspired to go out and find their creative ways to move through the challenges that we will be facing.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are a resilient people. I like that you mentioned that. We've seen this before. It's true what they say. History repeats itself, and we are resilient. And just as we have overcome those obstacles and challenges in our past, we'll do it again. That's why we have this Save the Arts initiative, to give us an opportunity to provide this exposure and experience again for our youth. So I'm so happy to have you and looking forward to your dances. I know you all are in the midst of rehearsals right now, but I have to tell this quick funny story. So I saw Peter London at a party last night, and when I tell you, Peter was in his element on that dance floor, lost, okay, eyes closed, arms moving, dancing. He had a beautiful blazer, but I don't even think he knew he had a blazer on because it was just. And I'm like, wow, and I really stood back to look at you, and I'm like, this is perfect. I'm so glad I chose Angel because he embodies true essence of just being lost in the element and being able to deliver what you practice. And I saw that from you last night. So again, Peter London, come on out. Broadway in the Gardens, Friday, February 21st at the Lou Ranch Performing Arts Center at the only HBCU in South Florida, Florida Memorial University. You're in for a treat. I know you all are going to come out. Peter, as I told Angel, you're going to have some new followers after this show. So look forward to that. Thank you. That's all for me. Councilwoman Katrina Baskin. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you so much.
All right.